Alright, let's get this going.
Hang on.
Motherfucker, I already got the camera rolling and we're having camera problems. People see what I deal with?
Fuck that guy.
I see his fucking face.
Fuck that guy.
I deal with his bullshit.
Fuck that guy. Okay.
Sent his ass to Comic-Con to bring me Kane Hodder to do this instead of him, and he couldn't even pull that off.
What you speak? What the fuck over? Okay. Okay. You ready? Greetings and salutations.
The cold open, alright. He does the cold open now that the camera's rolling because he knows it fucks with me because I'm never ready.
Nope.
I'm used to him bullshitting.
Yep.
Cool.
You ready now?
I'm always ready.
Want to do it again?
Yeah, do it again.
Greetings and salutations.
What is up, Internet? You have found your way yet again, or maybe for the first time ever, virgins, to the Body Shop, your one-stop shop for all the horror movies you've seen, haven't seen, didn't know you hadn't seen, didn't know you wanted to see, and really did not want to see.
I'm Glenn.
And I'm Brian.
And we're here to fuck off so you don't have to.
Damn right.
So listen, before we even get deep into this fucking thing, couple things. First off, where to fucking find us.
yeah, we tend to forget that at the beginning, and you guys don't hang around long enough, because once we start talking, you know.
Check out and go to another podcast that's not as bad as ours.
Yeah, you
But
off.
if you got any questions, concerns, or comments, you can reach out to us at thebodyshoppodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you guys. We're always looking for new kinds of stuff to do, movies to watch. If there's a fan favorite that you have, by all means, let us know. You can locate us on the TikTok at The Body Shop Podcast. It kind of went dormant for a hot minute, but we're going to be picking back up. If you hate Elon, then don't listen to this part, but you can find us on X or Twitter, whatever the fuck it's called, and that is at Body Shop Pod.
Hashtag Body Shoppers.
Because that's your moniker. And Facebook at The Body Shop Podcast. And Instagram, which I don't use, so I defer to him.
That's also Body Shop Pod, although I don't have anything on there yet. But it's coming. One day. It'll be there.
Sure.
You follow now, you get it on the ground floor. Sure.
Yep. Right.
Yeah,
Perfect. Sure.
perfect. Wonderful.
Lies.
Great.
You sit on fucking throne of lies.
You want to tell them about Comic-Con?
So, hey man. So I went to Comic-Con this past weekend. You right over there?
Oh, this tree sex is killing me.
Streak everywhere. That's all it is. Went to Comic-Con this weekend.
I did not go.
Good times were had by all.
Except me, because I didn't go.
And so there were a whole bunch of celebrities there and a whole bunch of shit.
I wouldn't know, because I didn't go.
But one of the celebrities that were there was Kane Hodder.
Well, I met him years ago. Cool guy.
So I wore my super special Comic-Con hat.
You have a super special
I do. I have a hat that says cocaine and hookers.
Oh, dear God. Of course you do.
Because I think everyone should have a hat like that. Thank you, golf gods.
This is a fucking family show, Glenn. What's wrong with you?
What?
It's not. I'm just kidding.
You make whatever you want out of it.
It's
So anyway.
definitely an explicit show.
So we sat in line, and when we finally got up there, I decided I was going to do the autograph and selfie.
As you do.
And got the picture.
2 autographs and a selfie.
That I decided I was going to go with. And just as he was getting ready to sign it, Kane Hodder looks up and just kind of puts a smile on his face, and he's like, "The fuck?" Referring to my hat.
I'm super glad that looking at you gets that same reaction from other people.
I am too, because I'll always take a good giggle. So he then defers to the young lady that was sitting to his left, and I did not catch her name. And he's like, "Look at his hat." And she looks, and she just kind of shakes her head. It looked a lot like how my wife looks when I do something stupid. Then he defers to the young lady to his right. Her name was Tracy, by the way. And I don't know if she was like the handler, but whatever.
What's up, Tracy? We have no idea.
Tracy, by the way, fucking, you're a badass. And says, "Look at my hat," and I turn and look, and she turns around and goes, "Redheads have to do more cocaine to get high." To which both myself and Kane Hodder went, I call bullshit. So apparently, it is a genetic, I guess a genetic something in redheads, where if they're having any type of anesthesia or narcotics, they have to have extra because their body does not respond well to it.
Well, I guess that explains why they're all batshit crazy.
I don't know. She was a cool chick though. I dig her. So, and she was from the the lower part of. She's originally from Connecticut, where they filmed 2, Friday the 13th 2.
Mm.
So I was like, all right, well, where I lived, that's where they filmed 1, and that kind of kept the conversation going until I found out something that broke my heart.
That Kane Hodder wasn't involved in 1 or 2, and you basically isolated him from a conversation.
He isolated himself when he said he was a Dodgers fan.
I guess that's a thing for you, isn't it?
Because I and his handler Tracy are New York Yankee fans. Kane, of all the things, Dodgers? Really? Right here, you cut me, man.
Go Sports. I don't know what this is about.
Cut me deep. Anyway.
Well, I mean, he does play, serial killers and slashers and stuff.
So he did gratefully sign it to the body shoppy.
Oh yeah, he did sign it. Yeah.
So there we go. So now we have our official Wall of Fame.
Is that from 9? What is that from? Is it
I don't know which one that's
Manhattan?
from. I don't know. I want to say it's Manhattan because of the fucking...
The chain, yeah.
And all that bullshit. And this. But don't quote me on it.
All right.
So what are we doing?
We were talking about your experience with the ever wonderful Kane Hodder.
No, we're done with that.
Oh, we're done with that?
So now what are we really
I
doing?
met Kane Hodder during COVID, so the whole experience was...
Do you ever wear like a mask, like a fucking
and in
K95?
the picture, he's got it like pulled down, and he's on the other side of the counter and stuff.
Jesus.
It was the whole thing. He's still a cool guy, though.
No, super cool guy. Had a great fucking time. Sat up there for a good few minutes, just...
Holding up the line, being a dickhead.
Yep, fuck them peoples. They're paying for it, so am I.
Damn right.
Fuck them.
Fuck those people.
Patience
fuck
is
people.
a virtue. No, fuck people.
Except you people. You people aren't.
No, fuck people.
You people are people. Maybe you people. I mean you people.
What happens if that one person's listening that was one of the people sitting in the fucking line?
Then they already fucking hate you and I'm on their side.
That's fucked up.
I know. I retained them though, didn't I?
I was that guy. Sorry about it, y'all. All right, moving on.
This is not Friday the 13th. We did that last week.
Yes, we did. This is Saturday the 14th.
Yeah? That's the next day.
Yeah.
The day after, if you
It's
will.
not just bad. It's the fucking worst.
I don't think that's what they said, but that's what it is, yeah.
God, this was bad.
Yeah,
Holy
it's
crap.
pretty bad.
Oh, I'm going to need like a fucking palate cleanser for like the next couple.
Oh, yeah.
This was like back-to-back shit. Mm-hmm. Well, give him the deeds, my brother.
There it is.
Give him the deeds.
All right, we are doing 1981's Saturday the 14th. It's rated PG. That's already a red flag. It is 76 minutes of my life I will not get back. It's directed by Howard Cohen. It got a 4.6 on IMDb, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 10%.
A little too high.
I don't know that I've ever seen a Rotten Tomatoes that low. But we crack open on a 1980s cartoon intro when I could be watching the Thundercats, you son of a bitch.
But hey, Ted the Bat, he's back.
Ted the Bat. That's from, what was it?
I think it was a Halloween episode we were talking about.
Right, not Halloween the movie, but like we talked about Halloween on
the
on
actual
episode.
Halloween.
God, that was forever ago.
Yeah, man.
Jesus. We got Jeffrey Tambor in a 1935 Bugatti Type 57 Ventoux.
So...
Ventoux, by the way, is French for mountain.
Isn't there a mountain in France?
There's a Mount Ventoux in France. That's right. It would be Mountain.
Oh, fuck. God. Good name. We've got Jeffrey Tambor, who plays Waldemar, and his dominatrix wife.
Yeah, they're a vampire and a dominatrix looking for a house.
Yeah, it's got to be in a school zone, which just throws it on the whole pervert fucking level a little higher than
there's
normal.
more of that in this movie anyway. So.
But we do need to have some kind of fucking backstory.
Yeah, it's got real Weinstein vibes. All right, so...
Take me to the island, Daddy. Take me to the island.
And canceled. All right, so we got our protagonists at a will reading. What's going on at that will reading?
So the guy who owned the house left the actual house to his nephew. Mm. He left absolutely fuck off to his sister. Right. And the lawyer who's actually...
he left her like Monopoly money and a raspberry or something?
Yeah, basically, essentially, that's it. And in as the attorney's kind of going through all this, he's like, hey, just want to let you know that this house is known to be cursed.
Right, and it killed the attorney.
And immediately the attorney died.
Apparently just by mentioning the curse, I guess. I don't know.
I got nothing.
But we smash cut to the move-in. Rover's the only one in this fucking family that has any sense because he does observe rule number 1.
Which is get the fuck out of Dodge.
Don't fuck with it.
Don't fuck with it because he didn't fuck with it.
And we got a cursed old haunted-ass mansion with black cats and broken mirrors and shit.
So, the interiors and the exteriors of this house this house is actually located at 190 West Adams Boulevard, which is part of the University of Southern California. And it's a fixer-upper.
I guess.
Billy, who's the one son, he has watched entirely too much of this old house.
No, Billy.
Because Billy beats feet, but then all of a sudden, it goes from a candlelit room.
Yeah, they turned a switch and all the candles lit.
Which makes no sense. I don't know if that was supposed to be a dig towards like Young Frankenstein, but
I
the
guess
joke
that was supposed to be funny. But
missed.
They have a lot of jokes in this movie. Not a fucking one of them ever lands. They crash into the ocean.
Yeah, they're all bad. But he fixes the lights.
Yep. We got vampires are looking for something. We don't know what it is. It's in that house, but no one else can find it because they have to. And the suckhead logic is fascinating for me.
I got nothing.
Because she's like, what if they find it? They can't. We have to find it.
Yeah.
Look, that doesn't mean they can't.
I'm not sure why. All I know is they're constantly watching the fucking the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, the Twilight Zone was
Every
the only
channel,
thing that would show on
it's
TV.
the only show, and apparently there's a storm where
Yeah, it was
I got
sunny
no
California
fucking
the whole
idea.
fucking time, and they keep talking about a storm.
Yeah.
But I know what the vampires are looking for. Do you know what they're looking for?
they're looking for a book.
It's a fucking Necronomicon.
So.
And there's an alien and a mummy in it, and mom and dad trying to fuck.
I don't know. I got nothing.
It's drugstore monster costumes, a 1980 Lincoln Continental, and a dead realtor. That's what we got.
Yeah. That's all I got.
At no point in this movie do I have any idea what the fuck is going on.
I know that Mom's clueless. Mom refers to bats as owls.
That's like a running gag through this whole thing. They talk about the owls every time they talk about bats. And there's never an owl.
No. Dad's a fucking klutz because as he's fucking getting out of bed.
So Dad knocks out his wife.
He like elbows her like fucking.
And he can't lamp.
He can't lamp. No, he can't.
So he knocks the lamp off the nightstand. It falls on the floor. And every time for the rest of this film that he turns that lamp on or off, it's still lying on the floor.
Yeah. Listen, I understand that. I'm a fair believer in a running gag. I really am. Like,
yeah, but they have to be landing running gags.
That's the problem.
These jokes do not land. I don't think they landed in 1981. They're not funny. And Dad can't see the dick-eyed monster in his fucking kid's room. By the way, this monster has dicks for eyes.
Dick eyes. No
and he can't see Mom either because she's done fucked off out of bed and then comes back as a vampire.
Yeah, so, and Billy's got jokes for all this. Like, he's kind of got this whole... He's scared, but he's like not scared, but he's like...
Oh yeah, he says something about, I'm a 10-year-old boy. You forget I'm a 10-year-old boy because you always treat me like an adult, and I always act like one, but I'm still a 10-year-old boy with monsters in his bedroom. I'm like, where was the... At no point in this did I ever see that context. It wasn't like...
I don't know.
It wasn't like Scott Grimes and Critters, where it's like he's out there doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get that setup.
This was nothing. It was shit. So, we do find out that Mom got bitten.
Yeah.
Mom's you're gonna there, again another running joke throughout this, or at least a good portion of this movie is the curtains. You know, the place just needs curtains.
Yeah.
Again, that joke fucking just doesn't land.
No, we smash cut to the next morning. We got Rule 26. Do you remember Rule 26?
Card maintenance? No.
No, that's 21, I think. No, 26 is kitchens are for product placement.
Oh, Lord. And it was fucking loaded.
Through this whole fucking movie.
Holy shit. It's what paid for the movie.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't because of fucking fans, that for damn sure.
It wasn't. Vintage Fruit Loops. I do wish a monster would come wash my dishes because they're arguing about who washed the dishes and none of them washed the dishes.
You would have figured it out by the giant fucking alien monster gloves.
Oh, yeah, right. They pull out these cartoon-sized fucking 3-finger gloves. Yeah. Yeah. We kick off to a scene of a bathtub scene.
Yeah, tub jaws.
Yeah, tub jaws. This bathtub is not large enough to house a shark with a dorsal fin the size of the one in the shot.
Yeah. And
but
right
there's
before,
a fucking shark swimming in the bathtub.
so right before the daughter goes to take a bath, before we really meet Tubjaws, the phone rings, and it's the phone company.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we're just letting you know we're doing some service stuff for like the next hour. Your phone's going to be a little fucking...
Oh, yeah, she's all mad. They caught her out of the bathtub.
You know, which tells me right off the bat that's some foreshadowing about some shit's about to happen. But sure as shit, she gets back into the tub, and Tubjaws actually shows up. He's like, and by the way, it's like the fucking Temu version.
Minus 50 hit points for sexualizing a teenage girl's bath.
Creepy, yes. Very much so. But... So Tubjaw is actually who's like the Timo version of Gilman.
Yeah, it's Creature from Latin.
He shows up and essentially she just wants to know, you know, about the extended warranty, because that's about as much as I got out of that.
Yeah, he's like, "Excuse me, miss, have you seen a book around here in subtitles?"
Yeah, in subtitles.
So this Gilman reference is particularly uncommon. As far as I know, there are only 3 movies that reference Gilman that
Monster
are not
Squad.
one of the 3 creature movies.
Monster Squad, this movie,
and Guillermo del Toro's Shape of Water.
Which was what happened if the two of them got together and fucked.
Right.
That's really what that movie was about.
There's an interview with Guillermo del Toro that said he always liked Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yep.
He wished he had gotten the girl, so he made a movie and got the monster laid.
Yep.
It's like, all right.
So good for him.
But back to this pile of shit. Minus another 50 hit points for the Gilman's attempted sexual assault.
Yeah, it was creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, for the record, like, don't make me feel like a pedo by proxy, because that's what it fucking comes down to.
Yeah, you feel like you need a fucking shower.
I feel fucking like I need a shower and I gotta worry about being on a fucking list because I watched your fucking movie.
Corman tried to get this 16-year-old actress to do this scene nude.
No.
And she refused. She
no
would
wonder.
Not do it.
I don't blame her.
I'm like, that's cool. I still got the same vibe as if you'd made a fucking child get naked on TV.
Yeah, fucking cock.
Fucking perverts.
So, we do know that the fucking tub shark wants some flesh. He just wants some young flesh. Ain't nothing fucking changing that. He wants some young pussy. Then there's this magical fucking cop that shows up.
Yeah, right. This fucking inept Barney Fife character.
You know, he shows up, and this motherfucker don't stand a chance. First off, he just starts blasting fucking everything in the room. He hits Tub Shark a couple of times. It's a monster. The odds of that fucking dropping that monster is pretty fucking slim. How do I know that? Because Tub Shark fucking kills him.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert, he's dead.
And then it's like, quick, hide the body. Act normal.
Right, no. Pay no attention to the body on the living room floor.
Yep.
And then we get another 50 hit points taken away from this film because it name dropped the film that it's in.
Yep, because they turn around and they say, you thought Friday the 13th was bad. Saturday the 14th is worse.
They're right.
Oh, you know, they're absolutely right.
All right, so back to that kitchen, which means Rule 26.
Product placement.
We got Skippy peanut butter.
What the fuck was he making?
So we got Skippy peanut butter and Wonder Bread. And this cat just put peanut butter on a fucking ham sandwich. I don't know what the actual fuck any of this is.
I don't know.
He's making a full-on, like, fucking ham and cheese and lettuce and tomato and, like, a full-on, like, fucking Scooby-Doo sandwich. And then he's like, oh, Skippy.
Hunk. Maybe it's the binder? Maybe he's got an allergy and he can't have mayonnaise? Or fucking...
Even if you can't have mayonnaise, you don't substitute peanut butter for it.
I don't know. I got nothing. I'm rooting for the monsters.
That's like, I can't drink milk, so I drink fucking...
Jack Daniels.
Right, yeah, it's not the same.
I'm fucking...
I don't drink milk.
I'm lactose intolerant. What?
I said I don't drink milk, and I do drink Jack Daniels.
I drink milk, but I don't drink any more. I drank enough of it, trust me.
Oof.
So, Ted the Bat and his gang is back
now.
now.
Hold on. Wait a minute. We still got kitchen shit happening, bro.
I was kind of just hoping we'd move on. But
we can't, because if they hadn't done what they did, we could. The mom had specifically requested Talbot brand Wolfbane from the grocery store. They don't usually sell cans of poison at the supermarket. And obviously Talbot being a reference to Lon Chaney Jr.'s character in the original Wolfman of Larry Talbot. Now, Ted the Bat and his entourage are back, and the rabies queen here is losing 10 hit points for not knowing the difference between owls and bats yet.
She goes the fuck up into the attic, and Ted the Bat and his gang, which is kind of like the Sharks and the Jets. You know, once you're a Jet, never mind. They fucking bum rush her and fucking eat her ass up a little bit.
The table when we snapped was like it was projecting the sound. I like that.
Okay, moving on.
It's better than this fucking movie, dude.
No,
like,
this is better. Watching fucking paint dry.
What about those weird ass beatniks that snap instead of clap?
Oh yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. That's better than this movie.
Yeah, right.
Watching paint dry is better than this movie.
Beatnik snap over this fucking movie. Yeah. All right, so we get a phone call to the exterminator so they can get rid of the owls
yeah, owls.
The owls, yeah.
Fucking. Well, actually, they say bats because he says you've got bats in your belfry.
Oh yeah.
Because like, that's a funny gag.
So the exterminator is named Van Helsing. And there's a repeat gag of bats in the belfry that just isn't funny the first time, let alone the subsequent times.
Yeah.
Like, this movie is the worst. It's awful.
This movie is the worst. The acting is the worst. 312 years of marriage. Oof, that's the worst.
Yeah.
And the monsters are the worst.
Yeah, well, Mom comes back from the butcher. Mom got head from the butcher, by the way.
No lie there.
All right, so if their jokes aren't going to fucking work, I'm just going to write my own.
Fuck it, make it work.
Mom shows up with the police officer's head wrapped in butcher paper, and everybody else sees it as like a fucking ham or some shit.
How the hell did it go from the fucking house where he was murdered to the butcher shop back to the house? Okay, moving on.
Yep. And I guess we're having expo for dinner because I've definitely, at this point, lost my appetite. This is an awful fucking movie.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No.
Like, it's not a good horror movie, nor is it a good comedy.
No.
Like, it's trying to be like Airplane Monster Mash, and it ain't.
No.
It is none of it. None of it's worth it.
However, here's one for you. Movie Airplane. You know the co-pilot?
Mm-hmm.
The inflatable one? You could buy one.
Mm-hmm. Please tell me that the nozzle is where it's supposed to be.
I'm hoping to God it is. I'm praying.
Well, you want TikTok and YouTube content. I'm going to film you blowing this thing up.
No, you can. It has a button you hit and it blows up, but I still hope the fucking nozzle's there. Just for that gag alone. I'm not doing it. Someone else is
because you want to blow an inflatable dude.
Well, I don't want to blow the inflatable dude. I just hope that the fucking facial expressions are the same.
I forgot the face changes.
He does. He was a smiling face.
I spend all my time watching horror movies. All right. Nobody knows.
Break away sometimes. You just gotta break away.
Yeah, I know. But we got to get through this. So nobody knows.
Can we talk about anything else other than this
movie?
No. I would rather talk about current fucking affairs. I would rather know how to make candles than talk about this fucking. I would rather learn how to bind a book the old-fashioned way than talk about this movie.
I actually do know how to make candles and bind books.
I do too.
So
YouTube, baby.
Okay. Well, I had to make a Necronomicon for Ash Williams cosplay a couple.
You do all the shaves out? Like you shave it all out?
Well, no, I bought a book that already had a cover and stuff, and I tore it out and had to bind the rest of it together and then glue it in with the cover page, the inside pages. No,
that's like hardcore, man.
It is. And then I used tissue and latex to actually recreate the face and the ear on the book. Dude.
They'll use like gold leafing.
We should totally do Evil Dead.
Why not?
We should do Evil Dead 2.
What you gonna do? Do it right. Do Evil Dead first. Do the original Evil Dead.
Well, Evil Dead 2 is basically the same movie, it's just funnier.
Why do we have to do funnier? This was supposed to be funny.
Right, but Evil Dead 2 actually is fun.
We're talking about binding books right now versus the fucking movie we're supposed to be talking
about. All right, we're ripping this Band-Aid off.
Fucking movie was.
We're ripping this Band-Aid off. Nobody notices the fog in this fucking house. And the Monster Mash in the kitchen is what funded this film. Because they're not doing anything except throwing around products for you to see them.
You have to.
Then we get a Scooby-Doo chase scene through static, and the teen girl in her fucking onesie.
Yeah.
Super pedo vibes.
Yeah.
And then an anticlimactic word fight scene with Van Helsing and the vampires. And we ain't even fucking done yet.
No.
The
in-laws haven't
vampires
showed
come
up
down
yet.
the stairs. They see Van Helsing. They say things. Van Helsing says, fuck you, I'm Van Helsing. And they're like, we'll be back. And they fuck off.
Yep. And I didn't know that Jeffrey Tambor is actually Ted the Bat. Learn something new every day. Because he turns into a bat, and
Great.
it's Ted the Bat.
Great. Well, there's fucking Count Chocula prominently displayed on the table in such a manner as to they would not have been able to grab it, like, with their hand. Yeah. Like, they should have just hand modeled it like Count Chocula. Part of a balanced breakfast. And
By
then
General Mills.
And then Van Helsing says, I never drink coffee. Which is obviously a reference to the 1931 Dracula, where he says, I never drink wine. And it annoys me greatly that even, like, Dracula is, like, it's in there, but it's not, like, top tier of the Universal films. But this film thought it could touch it, and that bothers me a lot.
I don't think you should. I think you should leave those alone. Just leave them alone. They're not, well, I don't want to say they're bad, but they're not great.
Yeah, well, for the time, they were fantastic, and they led to a lot of other great things. And this film will never be considered great.
No, ever. No.
Don't touch people that don't want to be touched by your grimy hands, you pedophile bastards.
Fucking freaks. Hey, the in-laws are here. It's party night.
Well, and Mom is the worst vampire ever, and the liquor store sells chips, dip, and records, and the Dorito bag in the top of this grocery bag that is delivered to them is perfectly placed to display the Doritos logo out of the top of the paper bag. I'm sure totally by fucking accident.
Totally.
Because that's how you bag groceries.
So you said that they sell chips, dips. Do they sell chains and whips?
I don't know, maybe. It sounds like it's a fucking grocery store, but I mean, it might be a hardware store too for all I fucking know.
I don't know. Whatever.
And then we got a Venus flytrap saying, feed me. And we got a Pazuzu.
Was his name fucking Seymour?
Well,
or actually, no, not Seymour. Audrey.
Yeah, get it right. So we got a Venus flytrap saying, feed me, and a Pazuzu candle. And I am convinced at this point that this film has no original thoughts of its own.
Feed me all night long.
Not a single original thought.
Feed me
No. We already did the Body Shop, the musical, and the Rocky Horror Picture Show. You should go check that one out. It's infinitely better than this bullshit.
If you feed me Seymour, I will grow up big
Science fiction. Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
We're good.
The can opener is the most interesting character
That's about
in this
it.
entire fucking
Because
film.
everybody brought one.
Yeah.
There had like 68 of them fucking on that table.
Right,
That was
just
about
fucking-
the extent of me. And I couldn't
Thanks
figure
for
out-
inviting me to the party. Here's a can opener.
Yep. Hey, thanks for coming. Here's a can opener.
I feel
Oh,
like
thanks.
that would have worked in a Mel Brooks film. It does not work
But
in
it
this
doesn't
film.
work in this.
It doesn't.
At least Mel Brooks would have tied it in from the start.
Yeah.
So throughout the whole movie,
Yeah.
it at least would have been a running gag. These are all just,
That's just trash.
they're not even gags.
That's fucking trash. It's
Blah.
not even funny. It's not even funny. You're not even funny. Be
Nothing.
funny. Be fucking funnier.
Do better.
Do better. Saturday the 14th.
Do better.
Be funnier.
We're trying here. You're fucking failing us.
Right. Now we've got Van Helsing is trying to human traffic a 10-year-old boy. And he burned the shag carpet. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, prick. He was painting on the fucking walls and fucking tongues and all this other bullshit.
We get a circuit of monster reveals and a ditzy neighbor who tries to talk to her husband's severed head as though he was going to respond.
I love you, Bobby.
That happened.
Come back to life.
What am I going to do? Help me out of this. He's fucking dead,
He's
bitch.
dead. Yeah,
Bitch is dead.
he's
dead.
It's not even connected to his body.
Right. He's dead. This isn't funny.
Yep, moving on. Dumbass.
Moving right on to a plot twist.
Dun dun dun! At midnight strikes, and we find
Yeah.
out that Billy is a vampire in training.
Well, it's
Why?
like- well,
Because
we
he was
gotta-
wearing a cape.
We got an M. Night Shyamalan fucking plot twist
ding,
here.
ding, ding, ding. Shamalama,
Van Helsing is actually the bad guy.
Dun dun dun!
And the vampires are the good guys.
Who the
And
fuck?
I am completely fucking over this ridiculous funny face and sound effect fight that happens.
These two assholes, not their fault, but they used every fucking canned sound ever created.
And it is
Let me
just-
say this more with dramatic fucking effect.
It's just back and forth.
Yeah.
Close-up shots of their faces making stupid faces at each other.
I would rather go back to bookbinding.
And apparently, giving the monster what he wants is the way you beat him, and it solves the problem.
I don't know.
Give him the book, and it killed him. Why were we stopping him from getting it in the first place?
I don't know.
Anyone who wants the book could take over the world. If he gets the book, he can take over the world. But if we give him the book, he dies. So, what the fuck?
Roll credits?
Well, they said it at the beginning. Saturday the 14th is
The worst.
the fucking worst.
Is the fucking worst. Holy God. Jesus.
The best part of this episode is that I get to do the thing that we do.
I'm typing in bookbinding.
I believe you.
So bookbinding is the process of assembling and securing written and printed pages with a cover to create a book, journal, or ledger. More fucking exciting than this fucking movie.
The movie's over. Now the exciting part starts when we do what we do.
Ooh, ain't gonna be pretty.
So at the Body Shop, we give every film we review a body count. That is a rating of 1 to 10. 1 being the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. You know, Cannibal Women of the Avocado Jungle of Death.
The Avocado Award.
The Avocado Award. Willow Creek. These are.
Oh God, that was bad.
These are films that got 1s. 10 being the most cinematic adventure you've ever been on, and most things fall somewhere in between. I don't think it's a real far stretch to figure out where the fuck Saturday the 14th falls. I just gotta hear you say it before I write it down.
You can get bookbinding on Amazon.
The movie's over. Do your job.
What? Oh, we're grading?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. 1. Stand down without a fucking shadow of a doubt. It's a fucking 1. I wish you could go lower, but we can't. We can't fucking score nothing.
Do you need Body Shop stickers?
No, do you?
No, I have some right here in my
So
thing.
we should give. So I think you should give some away.
I should. If somebody would reach out and tell me that they wanted them, I would send them one.
But hey, we don't. We can go through it again. We don't feel like we did.
I think you can do it again. Yeah.
So, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, and not about bookbinding, because I'm still learning about
Yeah, he
that.
doesn't know about bookbinding.
I'm still learning
He's
it.
trying to buy books.
But if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, you can reach out to us. If you have an idea for a movie you want us to watch, or you want to just tell us to go fuck ourselves, which
He's gonna show up like, I tried to buy the book and it stuck to my hand.
can't get it off. Reach out to us at Gmail at thebodyshoppodcast@gmail.com. You can locate us on the TikTok at The Body Shop Podcast. If you are into X or Twitter, or you just hate fucking Elon, whatever, but you can find us on Twitter/X at Body Shop Pod.
Hashtag
Body Shoppers,
which is the moniker that we've given you guys. You can also find us on Instagram as at Body Shop Pod. Facebook is the Body Shop Podcast. You said TikTok already. If you see us walking down the street, particularly Glenn, punch him in the face for making me do this movie.
If you want to know about saddle stitching, send me an email. I'll tell you about
I
it.
already do leather work too.
So no, this is binding.
Oh, your saddle stitching a book. I
Yeah.
got you. Okay.
So if you want to know about saddle stitching with books, reach out to me. Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. Glue, too. You need a perfect glue.
Yeah, they're right. Glue for bookbinding.
And the outside of it's called a case hard cup. Never mind. I'm going to smoke.
Creep it real, folks.